Hey friends, welcome back to Let's Play Alpha Sapphire. This is of course episode number 5, and we are almost in Rustboro City, mere steps outside of it. But like I said, let's go ahead and face this fisherman. Oh, and we have I don't know who that guy is. We'll find out in a second though, and there's some berries too, so let's go ahead and pick the berries now, just so that way if I come back here in 24 hours, they might be grown. I think different berries take different amounts of time to grow, and I'm not really quite sure how the mechanics work. I used to know, but it's been a while. So let's go ahead and get these growing. Can't believe we're already in episode 5. It feels like we haven't gotten too far for a few episodes, but um, even though we haven't gone far geographically or earned a badge yet, there has been a good amount of like stuff going on. It's not really exciting plot. Um, being frozen, okay, cool. The berry, that is, prevents you from being frozen, or cures you if you're frozen, or if your Pokemon is frozen, I should say. And cherry is paralysis, so we'll paralysis. It's funny. It's one of the things Pokemon teaches you is a lot of words that you might not otherwise know. Um, but paralysis is one of those words which I learned from reading it in Pokemon long before I knew how to pronounce it. So you'll forgive me if I say paralysis and not paralysis. I also say charisma as charisma, not charisma, because I read it in books long before I said it. So yeah, if you ever hear somebody mispronounce a word, don't make fun of them because they probably learned it from reading. Why keep it a secret? I'm the water Pokemon expert. Huh? You don't know me? Guess I'm about to. Best way for trainers to know each other is through Pokemon battles, right? Oh, that'd be just so cool to like have Pokemon battles in real life, because I'm one of those people that like I don't mind socializing, but I like doing things when you're socializing together. I don't like just like standing around at a party and just like talking. I mean, for a little bit, okay, but not like for a whole afternoon. Um, there's only so much small talk you can make. So I'd rather be, going out and doing something, going for a hike or playing a game together or whatever. So I feel like if there were really Pokemon, you could be playing with your Pokemon. Like, I like playing with dogs and stuff, but um, you could like battle your Pokemon together, and I feel like it'd be so cool to actually have Pokemon in real life. But I guess everybody probably thinks that. Maybe one day. Not sure how, but maybe one day. Maybe if they do VR, that'd be cool. Pokemon Go 2 might be very interesting. Not that Pokemon Go is not itself interesting. I love that when it came out. That was like one of the best summers. It was just 2016 when that game came out, and it was like everybody was playing it, and it was just. I can go more into it later, but I love that game. I still play occasionally, but not nearly as much as I used to. I'm a very, very, very casual player now. I thought I wasn't too bad, but if I may say so, but I guess not. Blah. All right, well, maybe when your Magikarp evolve into Gyarados, they'll actually be really powerful. Gyarados is another one of my favorite Pokemon. If you see berries growing in soft soil, feel free to take them. But make sure you plant a berry in the same spot. That's common courtesy. Here, I'll share this with you. Just a berry. A lot of people give you free berries. You must be a trainer, no? Trainers often make Pokemon hold berries. Well, thankfully we have so many berries we can both grow them and use them. Alright, so I wonder what trainer class they are, but turns out they're not a trainer. They're just a berry giver person. I'm going to sneak into Rustboro this way, because, yep, there we go. X Defense. So an X Defense is a in-battle item you can use, which raises your Pokemon's defense just while it's in the battle until it switches out. It's not really that good. There might be, like, niche uses for it. Oh, is my egg already hatching? That was a lot quicker than I thought. Okay. Well, in that case, prepare to welcome the second member of our team. It is Beldum. A very cool Pokemon, Steel and Psychic type, which is a very rare and pretty good type combination. In fact, in Generation 3, it only had 2 weaknesses. And that was Ground and Fire. Because they changed the typing a little bit when Generation 6 launched, when they introduced Fairy type, they made it so that Steel type is no longer resistant to Ghost or Dark type attacks, because otherwise Steel will be resistant to like everything, because it does resist Fairy. So now Beldum is weak to Fire, Ground, Ghost, and Dark, but it still has a lot of resistances and is a very strong Pokemon. So we are going to name Beldum here. Oops. Slate, after Slateport City. And because Slate, it's like a, I don't know, it might be better for a rock type, but Steel Pokemon, it kind of just feels right. And did I see, oh, that's what I was about to say. For a second there, I thought Beldum might be female, but that's right, Beldum are always genderless. So you can see that Zigzagoon, I was about to say is also genderless, but it's on the right side. There it is a male. All my Pokemon team is male so far. No girls yet, but Slate is neither male nor female. Um, so the reason I want to train a Beldum is because it eventually evolves into Metagross, which is like Gyarados, probably in my top 10. I don't know. I feel like I have more than 10 Pokemon in my top 10s, maybe top 15, but or Gyarados might be top 15, Metagross top 10. But it's a really cool Pokemon. I'll talk more about him later. But the tough part is going to be training Slate. Um, I'm tempted to use the experience share at least for a bit, just to get him some experience. Um, hmm. I wish I could do a double battle with him. That'd be really fun. So, I'm not going to yet. Um, let's go ahead and put him out first. I'll do the old school switching method. But we'll give him a berry, just, why not? He only has 11 health, so I'm not sure he can even really use an Oran berry. I guess if he went to like 1 HP, he could. Do a Peck berry. Not use. Actually, steel types can't be poisoned, I think, which makes sense. They're kind of made of steel. So let's give it a cherry berry. All right, cool. We'll switch that out a little bit later on too. In fact, you know what? While we're here, let's go ahead and give Zigzagoon and Lotad berries as well, and just in case we do have to use them at some point. Not. Yeah. So I like how you go to the give mode and then it gives you the option to use them. Like, and by like that I mean don't like that. I guess it is use/give. Okay, that's fair. But I kind of rather they were two separate menus, because I can guarantee you I'll make that mistake again. So Metagross is a very powerful Pokemon. It has very good stats. Oh, look, it's May. Hold that thought. So you made it here to Rustboro too, Owen? Ooh, big city. Now we're hitting the big time. It's really big here, isn't it? Little Root can't even compare. Oh, and Owen, have you heard? There's a Pokemon gym here too. Once I catch a couple more Pokemon, I'll be sure to take it on with my team. See you later. Well, good luck, May. One thing I never realized, and I'm sure there are exceptions to this. Well, I'm not sure, but I expect there are probably exceptions to this. And maybe I can look on here and see. Is it going to tell me the names of these places? Yeah, it will. Well, okay, so there's an exception right there. I was going to say cities usually have gyms and towns do not. Like if you think of the original game, Palatown does not. Viridian City does. Pewter City does. Cerulean City does. Lavender Town does not. Cinnabar's an island, so it doesn't count. But it kind of holds true, and I think it holds true through most games as well. Like Verdanturf Town, I don't think has a gym. I think Falabra Town, I think, does have a gym. Actually, one of these has the 4th gym. I don't remember which one it is. Actually, I think it is Verdanturf. But like I said, it's been 14 years, so you'll have to forgive me if I don't remember all the details here. All right, so it's definitely not a blind Let's Play, but it's like a little bit like a guy who needs glasses Let's Play, if that makes any sense. All right, lots to explore and see and do. Cutter's house. Oh, and these are some cut bushes, so I bet you money what we're gonna find in here. That determined expression, that limber way you move, and your well-trained Pokemon. You're obviously a skilled trainer. No wait, don't say a word, I can tell just by looking at you. I am sure you will be capable of putting this HM to good use. No need to be modest or shy. Go on, take it. And there we go, our first HM, Hmo1 Cut. Any Pokemon that learns Cut can chop down prickly trees if the trainer has earned the Stone Badge. HMs like this can be used outside of battle too with the right badges. Well, that's what he just said. That is outside of battle, so maybe not the best translation or not the best rating there. My dad helped make Rustboro City what it is today. He had his Pokemon use Cut to clear the land of trees and expand the city. Oh, cool. Well, hopefully they planted more trees to make up for them. Maybe in the woods outside the city, but that's cool. And we could test it here, but like he said, you need the Stone Badge, which is the city's gym badge, in order to do that. Oh, interesting. I would have thought Lotad could have learned Cut, because usually grass types can, which makes sense. They have like sharp leaves, razor leaf. I don't know. Somehow it always made sense to me. Um, there are actually a lot of things in Pokemon that don't make sense, but because you grew up with them, they just do make sense. I can't think of another example, but I'm sure there's some. Like move type effectiveness, there's some moves that don't really make a lot of sense. Let's get rid of. So Charm is twice as good as Growl, so we might as well get rid of Growl. Um, and I could teach you to Ford, but the trouble with it would only be slightly more powerful than Echoed Voice, and the trouble with it is, and it has not 100% accuracy. It has 95, as you can see. But HM moves, once you teach them, it's very difficult to unlearn them, and they do that so that you can't. Um, so Cut's a bad example, but say you use Surf to go to like a little tiny island, and then you deleted Surf from your Pokemon. If you didn't have like Fly or Teleport or something, you'd be stuck on the island for the rest of the game. There'd be no way off, which is why I guess now you could probably trade for it. So maybe they got rid of that even. I don't know, but at least in the olden days, you cannot forget an HM move unless you go to a specific guy. And there's only one each game who can help you. He's called the Move Deleter, and he can delete any move, um, including HM moves. Um, and in the original games, HM moves could be used infinite number of times because obviously you might trade away the Pokemon that has Surf, you might release them, so you have to always have it so that you can always reteach it. So that makes sense. But now the TMs and HMs can both be used infinitely. That's no longer as important. HM is Hidden Machine, TM is Technical Machine. It's over here. Pokemon Trainer School will teach you anything about Pokemon. All right, I'll go in there in a second. Um, ooh, looking for items here just because it's kind of a random patch of dirt. Thinking there might be a reason for it. Or maybe it's just a random patch of dirt. Maybe somebody wanted to plant a garden but hasn't gotten around to it yet. All right, let's see what's in here. So fun fact that nobody probably cares about, but in my day job, I work in architecture, and well, I don't want to get too into it, but basically we have a schedule of hollow metal frames, like door frames, and um, I tend to abbreviate mine HMO1, HMO2, etc., which makes sense. It's hollow metal frame O1, O2, etc. But it makes me always smile when I see that too because it reminds me of Pokemon and HMO1, HMO2. So just a little inside scoop there. All right, this looks like a tall building, maybe an apartment building. Has an upstairs. Do you use the detector move in the Dex nav? Apparently, the more you encounter the same Pokemon, the better the search function will be. All right. Rare abilities. Some Pokemon do have hidden abilities. I wonder if that's a way to get a hidden ability. Not sure. My parents got a house while raising two of us. I have the highest respect for my parents. No, no way. I don't want to share a room with my little brother. I'm a grown-up woman. Oh, very different approaches, but hey, a lot of the houses in this game are very, very small, which I guess because it's a Japanese game, I'm sure the houses in Japan are a lot smaller than the houses here in the States, for example. So it makes sense. Time really flies when I'm doing housework. Perhaps I should hire a Pokemon housekeeper. Wouldn't that be nice? Have like a Machoke or a Mr. Mime or somebody who could help you out with housekeeping. But yeah, Americans tend to have very large houses. If you ask me, excessively large houses at sometimes where you don't really need all that space. But each to each their own. He gives them nicknames. Oh, cool. By giving the name Pikachu to a Shroomish doesn't seem right. All right. True. Yeah, that is a little weird. I don't like giving my Pokemon nicknames. I wouldn't name them after another Pokemon. That's kind of weird for one thing. And I also don't like giving them names that are like based on the. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have done it before, based on like the outside world. But there was one team where I named it after like famous. Like I had a Snorlax named Poe, like Poe from Kung Fu Panda. And I know Snorlax isn't really a panda, but he's kind of panda-ish. I had a Fretris named Wilson. I'll let you guys read this if you want. But I'm gonna kind of just breeze through since I probably already talked about most of these things. Wilson after the beach ball from Castaway. What else did I have? I had an Infernape named Kong because of King Kong. Ooh, students who don't study get a little taste of my Quick Claw, you see? Whether or not you're a good student will be evident from the way you use this item. Oh, I thought he might give you a test. Sometimes in these little schools in most games they have them in like the first major city. You can learn things and take a test, and if you get the test right, you get an item. Alright, so actually let's give the Quick Claw to Slate. So the Quick Claw, unlike berries, do not get consumed on use. So a Quick Claw, if you have a cherry berry, or if your Pokemon has a cherry berry and it gets paralyzed, it eats the cherry berry, and that's it. No more cherry berry. You gotta give them a new one. But if you give them a Quick Claw and it triggers and they go first because of the Quick Claw, nothing happens. They still keep it and they can still keep using it. Alright, all good things to know. Oh, he's the head of the school. He's gonna tell me about the various badges. Okay. Tell me about the Stone Badge. If you have a Stone Badge, Pokemon up to level 20 will obey your every command. What about the Knuckle Badge? Level 30. Okay, so not too much info. That really only applies for traded Pokemon. Pokemon that you train are familiar with you and they will always obey you. I kind of wish that if Pokemon didn't like you, it would stop obeying you. Based on like the friendship mechanic, but that's not the way the game works. Alright, so what else do we have here? Ooh, is there a Pokemart? There's the Devon Corporation. Okay, we should definitely explore there. That's obviously where that Devon researcher is from. And the gym, the rock-loving honor student. Guess she trained at the academy. He gave his Pokemon a cool nickname. Oh, so if you have a Slackloth, like the one that we did not catch in the woods down there, we could trade it for a Makuhita. You can catch Makuhita a little bit later on, too. I'm going to say no because I don't have one. Sorry, dude. It is a good Pokemon. Yeah, Makuhita is it's not the best Pokemon, but it's not the worst either. It's a very solid fighting type Pokemon. Decent attack, and it's very bulky, which is nice. And it's slow, but it's not super slow. Um, so, definitely recommend getting one for your team if you're looking for a good fighting type, and you can either get a slack off and trade that guy. So traded Pokemon will get experience faster than other Pokemon do. But if you train them too high, so for example, if you don't have any gym badges and they're level 11, they might not obey you. They might just fall asleep, or they might attack themselves, which makes no sense. They might just do nothing. It's kind of a funny mechanic, but it prevents you from trading like a level 100 Mewtwo to yourself and then just using it to clear through everything. Although if it's level 100, you could do that anyway. But it would make the game very frustrating. So it's kind of a nice mechanic. But once you get gym badges, as that guy was telling us, even traded Pokemon will obey you up to each individual level. Who is this guy? Have you taken on a Pokemon gym yet? Once you get a shiny badge in your hand, so once you get a shiny gym badge in your hand, that's when you really start to feel like a trainer. So is he just like a cool trainer, just like a random guy, or is he supposed to be like another gym leader? I'm not really sure who he is. I don't think he's a gym leader. But he does look like he's an important character, perhaps. The Devon Corporation. Kind of a mouthful, so we just say Devon. The company makes all kinds of convenient products. Okay, cool. So I do want to go to the gym. Probably not this episode, because I think what I'm probably going to do is train up our team a bit. What does this say? Time-saving tunnel near completion. That's what it says, but there's also a big X splashed in red paint. So are they not completing the tunnel? Alright, in fact, I wonder if we could even do the gym. We might have to like do some other stuff around the city first. There's just so much to do and talk about. I'm so excited. Hello. You must be a new challenger. I am Roxanne, the Rustboro City Pokemon Gym Leader. I became a gym leader so that I may apply in battle all that I've learned at the Pokemon Trainer School. If you defeat me in a Pokemon battle, I'll present you with a gym badge as proof of your strength as a trainer. Please take up the challenge. I look forward to seeing you as a challenger. Until then, farewell. Ooh, very cool gym, although sometimes they have like puzzles and things in gyms. This one is pretty straightforward by the looks of it. Yo, how's it going? Listen, my friend, would you like to become the champion? I'm no trainer, not me, but I can sure give you some winning advice. That's settled then. We'll aim for the Pokemon Championship together. It's your job as a trainer to collect gym badges, am I right? But gym leaders aren't pushovers. And that's where I come in. I'm here to provide expert advice. Roxanne, the gym leader here, is a user of Rock-type Pokemon. The Rock-type is very durable, but it can stand Water-type or Grass-type moves. Come see me afterwards if you beat the gym leader. Well, go for it. We'll have to remember that. Maybe he'll give me something good. So, we do have one Water and Grass-type, which does have, I think, a Grass move, Absorb. But Absorb is only base power 20, so it's pretty weak. And Lotad is only level 6, and he's not part of our permanent team. So if you do start with Torchic as I have, I definitely encourage you to catch a Lotad. It'll help with this gym, and it's a good Pokemon in general. So I kind of have like this second team, like if I was just doing this for the first time at my train. So you could do Torchic, Lotad, Ralts is great, Makuhita's pretty good. But we're going to do a little bit of a different team just because I've trained plenty of Ralts, and I can't remember if I trained a Lotad or not. I'm sure I have at some point. But anyway, we'll come back here once we train up our Pokemon a little bit more. Alright, but I think that this route might be the one, if memory serves. And what was that noise? I heard a noise. Where you can catch a Pokemon that I do want as part of our team. And it was going to be the... Ooh, level 8. Oh, a Skitty. Who's that Pokemon? No, we are not going to add a Skitty to our team. Skitty is a cat Pokemon, and I do like cats. I'm one of those, I don't know if we're rare, but I'm one of those people that likes cats and dogs. Probably lean a little bit towards dogs if I had to choose, but thankfully I don't. So, okay, so God, there's just so much I want to talk about. I'm sure I'm forgetting things, but let's go ahead and switch out Slate so he doesn't get defeated by this Skitty, because he probably wouldn't be able to beat it being 7 levels lower. So Metagross, his final form, is a very powerful Pokemon. I'll tell you more about that later. And in some ways, you could be forgiven for thinking, like, wait a minute, Aravale, you're going to train a Metagross. That's going to be really, really powerful. Is that really fair to their trainers? And I think some of them might have very powerful Pokemon as well, especially with Mega Evolutions being in the game. A lot of Mega Evolutions are on par or even stronger than Metagross. Although Metagross does have a Mega Evolution as well. But what's interesting about Pokemon like Metagross, hey, level 3, there we go, is that yes, they're strong, but they really do take a long time to train. And they're very hard to train in a lot of cases as well. And they also evolve at levels that are a lot higher than other Pokemon. Oh, a Repel, that's cool. Any items here? Nope. So yes, it may seem like, once I get Metagross by the end of the game, it'll be really powerful, but getting there is actually going to be really tough, especially with Beldum, because Beldum, if I'm not mistaken, can only learn Takedown. Maybe you can learn some moves by TM, but Takedown is actually a pretty good move. It's, I think, 90 base power. I guess we can check. I want to say like 90 base power and 85% accuracy, something like that. Geez, it's like 5 menus in there. Hey, I got it right. See, I might not remember what Beautifly is called, but I can remember exactly what power and accuracy Takedown has. But as you can see in the text there, it also does a little bit of what's called recoil damage to the user. So let's show you what that means. So I'm going to use Takedown. Well, no, I'm not, because I'm slower. Oh, but my ability, Clear Body, prevents my stats from being lower. It's actually a pretty good ability. So it didn't do a lot of damage, and it did a little bit of damage back to me. So let's keep using that, and hopefully we'll get string shotted. There's the Quick Claw triggering. So it's random. It's like 1 in 10 times or 1 in 8 times or something like that. But I will go first every once in a while, so that's kind of cool. And Tackle. I want to see how much this does. I am Steel type, so I do resist it. Alright, so it did, what, 2 points of damage, I think? So this is going to be a close battle. Yeah, because of the recoil damage and the mischance, I think the odds are probably in Wurmple's favor, but who doesn't love a good underdog story, right? I really wish he would use String Shot more often. That would be very beneficial. Alright, so maybe one more takedown? That should just about do it. So as long as he doesn't get a crit and I don't miss. Good, it hit. Will it be enough? It will! Good job. Good job, Slate. Your first solo Pokemon battle. And 4 levels higher. And Did I not get damaged by recoil? I didn't see it go from 2 to 1, but anyway. And not quite level 5. Alright, so now that we're low on HP, so now I can give him, well, I can give him a berry, but the quick claw is helpful too, so I'm fairly slow. Let's go ahead and bring in forward, shall we? And then we'll still get some XP because we switched. So what I'll probably do after this episode is maybe train up. I don't know, I might train him up a little bit, but now that he's getting to be a higher level, I might not even need to train him off screen. Training him on screen might be enough. Maybe like 1 level or something, but we'll see. I want them to be a good enough level where we actually have a good chance of being the gym leader, but not where they're so over leveled that it's just like a cakewalk. Although, Ford is getting pretty high up there, so even though we have a type disadvantage, being a higher level will help too. Another reason I don't feel bad about training a... Oh, I want to see... Can Silcoon use any damaging moves, or does it only know like Harden, like Metapod and Kakuna used to? Let's use Sand Attack to do some scouting. It's because, yes, I'm going to have a Metagross, but I'm not training over like a level 20 Beldum who's about to evolve, or level 19. I am going to... no, because of Harden. See, if Takedown didn't do recoil damage, I could probably beat it eventually. But I would defeat myself with recoil before I defeated Silcoon, so let's just go for Ember and knock it out. Save some time here. But because I'm training a Beldum from level 1, I feel like I've really earned that powerful Pokemon, so I'm okay with training it, even though it is going to be very powerful. It's going to be one of our best teammates. We're going to have a pretty good team at the end of this, I think. I'm really excited about this one. And what's this? Now that our little Ford is level 16, we have our first evolution. Get to see the cool new Alpha Sapphire evolution animation. A glowing light, lots of energy. No like silhouette though flashing. That's kind of disappointing. Congratulations, Ford has evolved into Combuskin. Very cool. So that is its middle stage. And it wants to learn Double Kick. So what's cool is that Combuskin and its final evolution, Blaziken, as I might have mentioned, is part fighting type. So even though they're chickens, you think they make them like fire and flying, but they're not. They're fire and fighting, which is even cooler, so I'm not complaining. I like Sand Attack, but let's go ahead and get rid of it, because I'd rather have some damaging moves. So it's nice that when you evolve, you get to learn a fighting type move at the same time. So, and the really good part now is that fighting is super effective against rock types. So even though fire's not, we'll have Double Kick, which will be really good against Roxy and her gym. So I do want to... Yeah, let's explore the grass around here a little bit more. Try to avoid some trainers for now. Because what I want to do is catch the 3rd edition to our team, and then maybe train him up just a little bit off screen, maybe to level like 10 or something. I should have used a potion on Slate. Sorry, buddy. Alright, switch you out again. And I might even give him an Oran Berry as well, because unless the Quick Claw triggers on the final move, it really doesn't matter in battle that much. So I'm gonna use Ember just because it's super effective. So yeah, the challenge is I don't know what level Roxy's Pokemon are at. I want to say they were like 14 in the original game. I vaguely remember that, but clearly not very well. So maybe if we get all of ours to like 10 and then we have Combuskin at 16, that should be pretty good. Especially because we're going to have 3 Pokemon going in. I think she only has 2, I want to say, if she has the same Pokemon as before. Alright, so let's go ahead and give this to Slate. We'll switch the items out. Oh, ah. And I want to... I'm still getting used to these menus, sorry guys. Let's use a potion. We could use an Oran Berry or 2, but might as well use the potions because this is what they're for and we have plenty of them. I do, however, want to give that Quick Claw to Lotad. Just because I could see a situation in which our entire team faints and her last Pokemon has a little bit of health left and maybe Quick Claw triggers and I use Absorb and I defeat it, and probably not going to happen, 1 in 100 if that, but what's this? Getting closer. I Don't really want to face this trainer, but we might have to. Nope. This way. Aha. Could this be the Pokemon I am after? I'm going too fast. Oh, nope, it's not. I'm not even going to bother attacking it because this episode's already about a half an hour long, and I really want to catch this Pokemon before we end it. Hopefully they're not too rare at nighttime. I'm wondering if maybe they only appear in the morning? I hope not. I should look this up first. Maybe I can look it up on my phone while I'm doing this. Alright, so now that we're even leveled, this should be a little bit easier. I think you always take 1 point of... Oh, Harden, that's going to make its defense go up. That's not good. I think you always take at least 1 point of recoil damage. I think it rounds up. And as you can see, Takedown does miss sometimes. I wonder if we could teach it like Echoed Voice or something. Although I think Beldum's attack is a lot stronger than its special attack. Plus Takedown is a base 90 power move. And Echoed Voice is only base 40, so it's just... I think Takedown's going to still be the way to go. Even with the recoil and the mischance, but... Hey, it's better than training a Magikarp with Splash, right? But it is still a bit of a challenge, which I like, because I really like training tough Pokemon that are hard to raise, but really worth it in the end. Alright. Critical hit. Ah. Alright, but good job. You defeated Nincada. Should be a good amount of XP. Oh, and he ate his Wornberry. Shame, because the battle ended, so I really would have preferred him not to, but... Alright, so hopefully you guys don't mind going a little bit long this time, just because I really do want to find this Pokemon, and if we don't find him in the next, like, 5 minutes or so... What's this? Very close by, but I don't see him. Oh, yes I do. I don't think it's the Pokemon I'm looking for. Well, I don't know. No, it's a Skitty. Alright, so if we don't find it in a few minutes, I'm going to guess maybe it's only available like in the morning and daytime. What route are we on? I wish I remember which route I was on. So you'll forgive me, I'm going to try to look this up on my phone as I do this battle here. I think how to use target. You know what else I could do? I could actually look it up. I do have another computer screen. I could just do that. I actually have 3.5 computer screens because, as you guys might have realized, I like to play video games. So it's really helpful. It's good for other stuff too. When you just need to have different like spreadsheets open, or you want to be watching a movie while you're doing something, or have Spotify open, or Discord. There's all kinds of reasons to have multiple screens open. There's that berry triggering. Alright, so we are on Route 116. Just looking up on Bulbapedia, which is like the best website ever, to see what Pokemon are available here while we fight. We only have 5 power points left. There are Lepa berries, which are like my favorite berries, because they heal your power points up. Generation 6, here we go. So, nope, you can find the Pokemon I'm looking for, and it does not seem like... Yeah, it does not seem like, it's healing up with Leech Life. It's gonna make this tough. It's gonna make this very tough indeed. I might just have to switch. Doesn't seem like they vary, the rates vary with time of day, which is kind of unfortunate. I really like that mechanic, but yeah, I'm gonna have to switch because he's healing more than we're doing, so. I don't remember, Leech Life used to always be a really kind of bad move. It only had like 20 power points, kind of like Absorb. But at some point, I don't remember if it was Generation 6 or 7, they quadrupled its power to 80 base points. And based on the amount of damage Nincada was doing, I'm wondering if that might have been already. I could catch it and find out, but I'm not that curious. I could also just look it up on Bulbapedia while I'm here. Alright, with a 30% chance of finding the Pokemon we want, let's just keep going. That's like almost 1 in 3. So we've just gotten unlucky so far, but... And we have Zigzagoon, which also has a 30% chance. I don't have enough power points, so let's go ahead and just switch. You also might do too. I think after this Zigzagoon, I'm going to just go ahead and start running away just to save time. So I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me defeating wild Pokemon all day long, especially the same ones we've been doing all this time. So then I'll just come back and train off screen a little bit. There's double kick. It actually strikes twice, but didn't need to that time because normal Pokemon are weak to fighting attacks. And we're a much higher level. And evolved Pokemon tend to be stronger, so he really didn't stand a chance there. Come on. Nincada again. So Nincada only has a 20% chance, it says. Unless this is wrong, but I don't think it is. Am I going to be slower? Okay, yeah. If your lead Pokemon is slower, sometimes you can't run away, or you have to try multiple times to run away. Zigzagoon again. Oh. This Pokemon does not want to join our team, but that's okay. We'll keep searching until we find one that does. I'm pretty sure I'm on the right route because, you know, I'm seeing the same Pokemon that it says are on this chart. It says close by. But where? There we go. The next addition to our team is Whismur. I know what some of you guys are probably thinking, especially people who have played this generation before, or a Whismur, really? I have never trained one before because I've always thought, there we go. Oh, a critical hit. That's pretty good range though for catching them. I've always thought that Whismur was not that powerful, and its evolutions Loudred and Exploud also weren't that powerful, even though Exploud does have a pretty good move pool. But the more I was thinking about it when I was playing this game out, well, probably years ago, whenever I first planned out my team, I really enjoy team planning in Pokemon. It's one of my favorite parts is planning out a team. So I've done it through, for all these Let's Plays well in advance, and I changed my mind at some points, but normally I kind of know even ahead of time. And there we go, third addition to our team. But its final evolution actually can learn some really good moves, and I think it's actually going to be very, very powerful. So I've never trained one before. I think they're actually a lot more powerful than people give them credit for. They're not the most attractive Pokemon in the world, but they're kind of a cool design, so I don't know. Exploud has never been my favorite either, and maybe he's not yours, but I really do want to train one. I think it's going to be a really unique Pokemon. It's one I can catch early on, and it's a normal type with a lot of diverse, powerful moves, so I think my dad would be proud of me. Okay, so Whismur is very timid. If it starts to cry loudly, it becomes startled by its own crying and cries even louder. When it finally stops crying, the Pokemon goes to sleep, all tired out. Alright, well, very cool. Give a nickname to the Whismur you caught. Of course we are. And I think a good name for Whismur, or Loudred, or Exploud, I'll keep it nice and simple because they are a simple normal type Pokemon, is going to be Dan, which is in Verdanturf. So I took the middle three letters there and made it Dan. So we now have Ford, Slate, and Dan as part of our Pokemon team. So we're halfway there already, and we're only in episode 5. I'm pretty happy about that. It's going to be a little bit before we get another team member, but I'm really excited to train up these three and face the Rustboro Gym, get our first gym badge, and continue on our journey together. So thank you guys for sticking with me for a bit of a long episode, and I hope you'll stick with me for, well, I'll probably record one more tonight. So see you guys then.